when someone like Sally Yates addresses the
Yep.
DNC last night, not only are we talking about her lie, we were directly involved. We filed, Dad, at the Supreme Court, a brief, and this was an ACLJ brief, not done because you're the president's attorney, ACLJ brief on behalf of our members saying the president is right, Sally Yates, you're wrong. And that, Dad, the Supreme Court agrees with us.
So first, let me show the brief. Here's the brief. This is the brief that the American Center for Law and Justice filed in the case. So that brief was filed, supporting the position of the president that the executive order was constitutional. Here's Sally Yates last night. This is what she said. This is why she was fired. This is what she said.
I served as Deputy Attorney General in the Obama-Biden administration and stayed on as Acting Attorney General for the Trump transition. Then, 10 days in, I was fired for refusing to defend President Trump's shameful and unlawful Muslim travel ban. That was the start of his relentless attacks on our democratic institutions and countless dedicated public servants.
Here's what John Roberts, Chief Justice of the United States, said. Under the Immigration and Nationality Act, foreign nationals seeking entry into the United States undergo a vetting process to ensure that they satisfy the numerous requirements for admission. The act also vests the president with authority to restrict the entry of aliens who whenever. So he can restrict aliens whenever he finds that their entry, quote, would be detrimental to the interests of the United States. That, Andy, is from the opinion of John Roberts. So Sally Yates decides that the matter is unconstitutional, right? But, and this is important, the Supreme Court said exactly the opposite. So she wasn't fired because she was not enforcing an unconstitutional order. She was fired for insubordination.
That's exactly right, Jay. She decided that she knew better than the President of the United States and the Office of Legal Counsel. So she sends out a memo to all the employees of the Department of Justice, having the temerity to tell them not to enforce and not to abide by the president's travel restrictions from unvetted aliens. And she sends this out in violation of the president's order. Instead of saying, as she should have done, that I resign my position because I cannot in good conscience do thus and so, she violates the order. She is greater and smarter than the Supreme Court of the United States. What she's doing, Jay, is she's really interviewing to be the next Attorney General, God forbid, of the United States.
No, there is. Than, is there any question? I was going to go to Jordan too, but Than first. Is there any question in your mind that this is all about the Supreme Court?
All about the Supreme Court, maybe about her position as Attorney General, because, Jay, I do definitely think she would be the next.
I meant Attorney General. Yeah.
I think she would be the Attorney General in a Biden administration, and it's not just about this. It's about the fact that a President Biden would have to keep those who were close to him in the unmasking scandal close as well. Remember, Jay, only 2 officials were invited to stay behind with the President Obama and Vice President Biden. It was Jim Comey. We know the problems that he has, and Sally Yates, of all people. And, Jay, the other thing that she knows, the Trump administration underwent a review of countries to see who would end up in this ban. But while that review was starting, what list did they start with? Who conducted the review of the countries that they started with? It was the Obama administration that Sally Yates served. So she knew, Jay, that this was a lawful order. She just refused to enforce the law. That would be your next Attorney General.